It's much harder now, I feel, to find a good man.
Dating is truly so humbling.
Dating when you're older is just really getting hard.
I think I've gotten stood up because
There is nothing more humbling than paying on a dating app to finally see who likes you after you've been swiping and you get no matches.
Dating has been such a humbling experience for me.
I'm talking to this guy. We're supposed to go on a date today.
The date didn't happen. I haven't heard from him in like 5 days.
And then he texts me, oh, I already left.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pearl Chronicle.
So I decided to send a message to a guy via Instagram, and you know, he was flirting with me back and forth, and we came up with the idea that we were gonna go on a date today, and that was a week ago. Mind you, he was the one that was like over flirting and everything. So I decided to send a message to a guy via Instagram, and you know, he was flirting with me back and forth, and we came up with the idea that we were gonna go on a date today, I guess. So I just realized is that a lot of men like to say nice things to women but don't actually give a shit about knowing them as a person.
This is one guy who enjoyed their attention but had no intention to follow through. Flirting is easy, but effort is rare. If it doesn't move to action, it was never serious.
I think I've gotten stood up because I was supposed to go on a date tonight and I drove 40 minutes to this man's place, and he texts me 10 minutes as I'm driving and he goes, oh, I'll let you know when to come because I'm talking to my family right now. Like, he was calling his family, and I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I arrived and I was like, oh, okay, he'll just be on call with his family for a bit. Like, no biggie. 30 minutes fucking later, no text, no call, like nothing after I say, oh, oops, I arrived early. He said, for fuck's sake, I'm by the water. So I parked near the water, can't see this man. And, like at all, like, mind you, like, there's a lot of fucking water, so he could be anywhere. And, 30 minutes goes by. No response. I text him and I say, I say like, okay, this is like kind of ridiculous now. Can you text me back? And then nothing. Mind you, at this point, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stick this shit out because I wanna literally rage. It's been a fucking hour, guys. An hour, no text, no call. Mind you, I've tried to call him, attempted, nothing. Drier than my fucking cooch right now. I am so angry. I could actually be violent. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm expecting to see right now? I'm expecting to see him with another girl walk straight past me. Like, that's exactly what I'm, like, my mind is picturing right now.
Men do less chasing and more clarity now. And if the setup feels off, they pull back fast. It's you who actually missed the signal. The plan wasn't solid from the start, showing he wasn't ready to invest.
I'm talking to this guy. We're supposed to go on a date today. Today's Sunday. We're supposed to go on a date today. He asked me yesterday, like, can you come out for a drink? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come out for a drink because I just got home. It was like 10:30. I'm not leaving my house after I just got home to go get a drink with you. I'm just not gonna do that. So he was like, oh, okay, then, like, what are you doing tomorrow? So I'm like, I'm free tomorrow all day before 10 p.m. I'd like to be in my house by 10 p.m. And he was like, okay. He didn't say nothing. And then today, he sends me the address of the bar we're supposed to go to. He sends me this address at 4:36. So then I ask, okay, so what time do you want to meet up? In my head, he's going to probably say something like 8 p.m. A nice 2-hour date. Cool. Or 7 p.m. That's fine with me. He says 6 o'clock. At 4:36, mind you, it is Sunday. I'm in my house. I have not done anything all day. Because he didn't send me the address this morning, I didn't take a shower. I was in my bed, doom scrolling all day. So now I have 1 hour. And I'm saying 1 hour because 4:36 to 5:36 to take a shower, do my hair, do my makeup, and pick out an outfit. In 1 hour I was like, okay, let me try to crunch. So I took a shower. I pick out an outfit. You know, it took me like 20 minutes, like, flat to pick out an outfit because I don't even, like, it's just not enough time. I'm doing my makeup. I'm not even done my makeup. I'm halfway done my makeup. And I was like, let me text him real quick. So at 5:42, I text him and I'm like, can we do 6:30? Because I'm kind of running behind schedule. You didn't give me enough time to get ready. He didn't respond. I'm back to doing my makeup, halfway done my makeup. And then he texts me, oh, I already left. And I'm like, huh? He was like, oh, I already left. If you're going to be late, there's no point in coming. What do you mean? You didn't give me enough time to get ready. And then I text you 20 minutes in advance that I'm going to be late. And you're telling me that you already left when it's not even the time we're supposed to meet yet. Okay. And my outfit was going to be so cute too. Oh my God. I'm so confused right now.
This is not some big mystery. He planned last minute and expected you to be ready on short notice. Modern dating, low notice, low flexibility. And on his side, late equals unreliable. So he moved on fast.
Dating horror stories as a 21-year-old girl. One time I had been talking to this guy for like 2 weeks and he had like bet me dinner on an iMessage game and he ended up winning. And then 2 weeks later he asked me out on a date and as we're driving there he goes, oh, you still actually owe me dinner. And so I was like, oh yeah, dinner on me. This man proceeds to drive to the nicest restaurant in our town and it's like $40 a plate there. And proceeded to make me pay, and I paid $100.
This isn't a horror story, this is a finesse. He turned a joke back into a full paid dinner at your expense.
Another time I was going out with this guy and I was super excited to go out with him, and I had done my stalking prior, but I had not cleared my searches, and so he was like going on my phone to look up something on Instagram and literally saw his name, his ex-girlfriend's name, his brother's name. Yeah, very humbling moment for me.
This feels like overanalyzing instead of letting things unfold naturally. And me nowadays have no room for that.
It's much harder now, I feel, to find a good man on a dating app than it was a couple of years ago. When I used to be in the dating apps, I hated them. I hated the dating apps. I even deleted them. I was like, I am done. I need a break. I don't want to do this. If I'm going to meet someone, I want to meet someone organically. I don't want for someone to judge me based on my looks, because I'm more than my looks. Guess what? We all grow old, get wrinkly, and it's about what is in here than what's out here. Some people can sit there and disagree with me. I just feel, in general, where we are with dating cultures, the dating scene, dating apps has ruined romance for us. Ruined romance for women, right?
This is frustration making you blame the platform. Apps didn't ruin romance. They changed how people meet and made choice instant and endless, making standards higher and people filter faster.
I went on a date the other day and I wasn't even sure if it was a date or not. And basically what happened was like, we met on set and it was a professional environment, and so we didn't want to be like inappropriate or weird, and so like I thought he was flirting with me, okay, but this other girl thought that he was flirting with her, and it was just weird vibes, so I didn't want to get involved. So I just professionally asked for his info and was like, maybe we'll work together again. I don't know, but this girl was giving me like pick-me-sha energy and like seeming like she was trying to compete with me, and we started off like on a friendly vibe and like made plans to hang out, and so I was confused by the vibes. But I backed down from flirting with this guy because I just wasn't sure if he was into me. So long story short, we go on a date the other day and I'm thinking it's a date. I'm not sure because I'm like, I don't know. I'm waiting for the vibes to happen, and he's seeming to be flirting with me, and then out of nowhere he says, oh, that girl from set blocked me. And I'm like, that's so weird because we were supposed to hang out last weekend and she just ghosted and didn't show up. And like she never followed through with plans to hang out. And I thought that was really weird. And so, but then he starts talking shit about her. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. But then out of nowhere, after he's talking shit about her, he's like, she was the only person I vibe with on set because she knew my culture and this and that, which was a super offensive thing to say to me. So I look at him and I'm like, why are you here on this, whatever this is, friend hangout date, like why are you here then? And he was like, oh my god, I didn't know, like you potentially like me, blah blah blah. And I was like, I did. And then also, why are you talking shit about her? It sounds like you're butthurt that she didn't like you back or whatever. Like, I'm not dumb. I know how that looks and that makes you look bad. He proceeds to talk about it. He proceeds to talk about that. And he proceeds to talk about other girls that have like rejected him. This one girl that he was dating not that long ago, he was like, oh, she looked like Megan Fox and like blah, blah, blah. This is the first kind of accidental date I've been on in a second. And like, you're acting like you don't even want to be there. Like, oh, it's a humiliation ritual at this point, because I was like, why are you here then if you don't like me? Like, oh. And then he didn't even, like, he started like hardcore flirting with me and was like begging me to stay on the date once he was like, okay, it's a date. But then he didn't follow up. Yeah, my life is humiliating. My love life is like cursed.
You got classic red flags from him. Gossiping about another woman, switching narratives, and that shows unstable interest and mixed signals. So no one is to blame here but you.
There is nothing more humbling than paying on a dating app to finally see who likes you after you've been swiping and you get no matches. And I only say this because eventually you get to the point where you're just like, why don't we see who I'm attracting so I can see, you know, where my disconnect is. And then you see who they are and you begin to doubt how you look, how you present yourself, and how you feel about yourself. It is not something I would wish on anybody. And for those of you who pay for these apps all the time to always see your likes, I don't know how you do it. I don't. It was enough that I deleted my profile, because what I like is not what likes me. So I'm just gonna roll into 40 in the next couple of years, just being single, working. Yep.
Paid likes don't reflect your value or how attractive you are in real life. They reflect algorithm exposure, timing, location, and who is actively swiping in your range at that moment.
Dating was not hard for me. Not to toot my own horn, but it was not hard for me to get who I wanted. I never really experienced rejection. Yeah, I have been dumped, but initially getting a man was not hard for me. Christian dating, however, these Christian men do not care about looks. Like, sure, they'll care about it for like a second, but afterwards, if they don't see the fruits of the spirit in you, you're gone, you're done. And this has happened to me a lot lately. And it's because I'm a born again Christian. I just got back to the faith, and I'm pretty sure they can see a little bit of the world in me, and they want someone, a lot of them want someone that's already walking in a straight line, walking in that path of righteousness already. And I'm still a work in progress.
If you're still in progress, a lot of serious men won't invest long term. They're looking for someone already stable in the direction they're choosing.
I don't know, date is so embarrassing. Like, ugh. Like, you finally decide to claim a nigga and he just got you out here looking crazy. Like, bitch, dating is ghetto. Then not only that, these niggas be embarrassing. Like, they be quick to get a next hoe the opportunity to say, like, only if she knew. Or like, she don't even know. Like, ew, the thought of a bitch even being able to say that about me it makes me want to throw the fuck up and never talk to a nigga again. I swear I could go my whole life like without a man. Like, y'all just y'all irritate me.
You're reacting to one experience and projecting it onto all men. That's just unmet expectations plus poor partner choice, not a global statement about dating.
Dating when you're older is just really getting hard, because like I feel like you do start to know what you want more. I think I just want to start telling you guys some stories about like the people that I wanted it to be, you know, just because like I think that will like make you understand. It's like I've had that almost thing that it's like I wanted them and they didn't want me back, so which means it wasn't meant to be. So I'm just like, oh, keeping the faith. But it's so much harder when you're older, because like really you'll entertain so much more when you're younger, and now I'm just like, no.
This is just standards tightening, not men getting worse. If you had darned your partner earlier, you would not be here crying out on how it is getting hard. Take charge of your consequences.
No one talks about your first date back after a long relationship. because wow, this is humbling. Having to text someone, having to like make plans and get to know someone. Get to know someone. I can't. I'm like, how do I do this? This is my reality. Like, I'm gonna have to keep doing this and keep going on dates. And I hate this, but like I have to. What do I ask them? What's your favorite color? Do you go too deep? Because I don't want to, like, if I don't like them, keep it dragging on and get my feelings hurt. But then at the same time, I don't want to be so surface that I have to have another date and then realize I don't like them. You know, that's just the struggle. I'll let you know how it goes.
This is just re-entry shock. More is coming up because men have changed and do more filtering before taking in any woman, especially those from relationships like you.
I met this guy on, I think it was Tinder. Lives in my area. Tall, handsome, kind, really nice profile. We start messaging and it's like he's like slow, like he's slow to respond, but not in like a player way, kind of in just like a super introverted, super shy guy. Not introverted or shy, obviously. Like I have no boundaries, right? I'm like this all the time. This poor guy. So he was just like he was like the tortoise. We went on a date, like super attractive, really sweet. Like it was hard to get him to talk or to get him to engage. He was kind of just, I don't know, it was weird. But again, not a lot of experience, so I'll try. This guy seems like a really nice guy. And of course he's like, you know, when you're comparing him to all the trolls on Tinder, this guy's like a standout. So we had probably like 5 or 6 dates over the course of a long period of time. And it was just like slow. I kept like trying to push him for more or like get him to take the initiative. And he was just like, gosh, you're so beautiful, you're so perfect, you're so this, you know, your body, you're blah, blah, blah. Like, not in like a fuckboy way, because I had my share of those. It was more in just like an awkward, quiet guy way. And I just kept trying. And I was kind of like, after a while, I was just like, look, I can't keep telling this guy, like, dude, I just couldn't anymore. I'm like, I have to end it. And I make like the biggest deal out of it. I have to end it. So we meet to go to Indian locally, and I'm like, I'm going to tell him. I couldn't. I punked out. I sat there. We had dinner. We talked. I think I did mention that, like, I don't really hear from you that much, and like your actions don't match. But he was just like inertia, but not in a fuckboy way. I choked. Punk. I went home and I was like, damn it, I didn't do it. It's texting me more, and I'm like, I gotta freaking do it. And I asked like a couple guys, and I'm like, how do I do this? The consensus was kind of like, look, if you're not interested, like, let him know sooner rather than later and tell him why. So I write out this big text. You're wonderful. You're so great. You've been so nice. Da, 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 da. But, you know, I don't even know what I said. I looked for it in my phone and I can't find it. And the next day, I get a thumbs up. And I don't mean a thumbs up on the text. I mean a full-size thumbs up. It's probably like, come get over yourself. Like, I'm good. Oh, so how embarrassing. I say I don't want to go back out there, but I shouldn't be allowed out there. I found it. I found the text. And it's worse than I thought. Wait, look at the thumbs up. Yep. All that stuff that I wrote, this was his response. Let me read you some of the highlights. I wanted to let you know that as handsome, kind, sexy, smart, authentic you are, I don't feel like we're compatible for an actual relationship, so I don't think we should continue to date. It's so important to me that you know you did nothing wrong. And I all caps nothing. Positive that many women would love to have you. You have to know this. So please, 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 keep getting to know more people and putting yourself out there. Somebody stop her. Shut the fuck. I'm so annoying. I'm so embarrassed. Oh God, I didn't want to just fade away and not respond. I have too much respect for you and you deserve nothing but honesty from me. So I hope you understand and this somehow makes sense. And if it doesn't, please ask me anything you need to ask. This is so embarrassing. I can't keep going. I can't.
The thumbs up says everything. He processed it, didn't argue, and kept it moving. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.